Well, the digital trends in Hollywood are certainly running in the favor of communities who are able to tie into big fat pipes, tie into the cloud. So any community that's able to harness 1 gig to the home, for instance, really opens a whole new chapter of economic development for jobs in some of these communities. Now, the trends in Hollywood today, and I say Hollywood as a euphemism for the digital entertainment business, it doesn't have to, of course, be in Los Angeles, is around, as we all know, 3D. Most every feature film today is either some combination of digital or all digital, like the animated features. It appears this time 3D is here to stay. It's not a 1950s gimmick. This is the real thing. And 3D and digital entertainment require 4x the amount of compute power that you would normally have had for small, modest special effects budgets a few years ago. So if you're a Hollywood animation studio, where are you looking to find cost-effective ways to build out your compute capacity? Do you really want to expand your data center in an expensive LA? You want to pay higher power of costs in LA, brownouts? All the issues that make California a dicier proposition today have the major studios looking for alternatives. Where is a low-cost place not only to render the product, take still images and turn them into moving pictures, but where can we find digital artists that can work outside the Los Angeles environment and still feed into what I would call a virtual studio? So I think what our company, CereLink, based in the Albuquerque area, is looking at is trying to attract more and more of these top-tier animation studios to what I call the New Mexico model. Lower power costs, a very friendly state for film and digital media production, tax incentives here that help promote that production effectively. A lot of talent here coming out of our schools. The New Mexico schools are beginning to have specific courses in the digital arts. There's a lot of young talent that doesn't necessarily want to move to Los Angeles. They'd like to stay right here at home. So how can we work with the studios to take local talent, train them to stay right here and do digital dust busting, cleaning up of old film stock, 3D animation, and a whole range of services in between. So the model of a Google Fiber community, as is proposed for Farmington, plays very nicely into that model, where you can have students or graduates trained in the digital arts, do animation right from their home, and feed into a CereLink virtual studio based anywhere in New Mexico. Artists can talk with each other. They can obviously draw and graph and do all the things that you could do in a major studio on the West Coast. Now, another advantage that Farmington has for digital talent, if I could call it that, is access to the New Mexico Computing Applications Center and its very powerful Encanto supercomputer. It's the fastest supercomputer available for public access today. And it can do animated rendering, it can do oil and gas geological surveying. There's a whole number of tasks that the Encanto supercomputer can do. The local community college here in Farmington, San Juan Community College, has a gateway portal to that supercomputer. So local digital talent here has access to the fastest publicly accessed supercomputer in the world. It's a tremendous tool in New Mexico. And the wiring of these homes, that last half mile of 1 gig, ensures that the broadband is not going to be a barrier to do whatever you can possibly imagine could be done in the digital arts.